So we gotta go ahead and give Stadia some love here. They have been announcing games left and right recently, and there is so many games about to be flooded on the service here in the next 3 months. If you guys have been waiting patiently this whole time, it's about to pay off because we got some more games that were rated for the ESRB. We have a hugely popular one that got rated, and it could be next gen. We'll discuss that in this video, as well as an update on Apple for Stadia, a new forum for the founders of Stadia, and I'll quickly touch on the latest games that were announced this past week. With all that, subscribe to this channel for more Stadia content and Stadia game reviews, as well as smash that like button to help me find other Stadia community hopefuls out there. Let's go ahead and start this video with a game that I think a lot of you will be excited for a few reasons, as we got another game rated by the ESRB in Rainbow Six Siege. The super curious part here is that it got rated alongside PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, possibly meaning that this title could come as a potential next-gen title to Stadia. Now, this could be just a coincidence that this was meant to release to Stadia around the same time as those next-gen releases, and we're not really getting a next-gen update, but it's worth pointing this out just in case it does, as we could all see the bells and whistles the new gen would get with this title on Stadia. Now, I went ahead and I did some research, and I digged back to an interview with the game's director. This looks like it was back in February. He said that the next gen would feature higher resolutions and possibly increased frame rates. In the same article, he mentioned cross-play with the consoles with their previous iterations, as in PlayStation 5 with PlayStation 4. Now, since this is just a rating, we do not have an official word if this will be having cross-play on Stadia, but I am leaning towards thinking that we could see it with the PC community, much like we see with Division 2. At least that's my hope. Also to note that this could potentially be a title that could be running on that second generation hardware on Stadia, so we do see those next-gen visuals on this title. But once again, guys, this is all speculation. Don't run away with that just yet. We will have to wait and see when this title does release on Stadia to get more of an accurate picture. Either way, this game is extremely popular. It's a great shooter, probably the best Ubisoft multiplayer title we could have seen on Stadia, because as much as I loved Hyperscape, it has really slowed down and it's not quite as popular. It's not even quite as popular as this game is still now. So I'm looking forward to playing this title. I've never played it myself before, so I'm really excited to stream it and play it here soon. Let me know your thoughts and make sure you're subscribed so you guys get to check that out here on the channel. Alright, but the fun hasn't stopped there, as a couple more titles got rated for the ESRB that I'll quickly gloss over. Don't be shocked to see these titles as October Pro games. Destroy All Humans. Now, this is a title that is a few months late. I got a key for this on the PC. I never got to play it, but my little brother did, and he had a blast. The game is complete and utter nonsense watching its gameplay. It's fun, and I think you guys will get a kick out of it. Sniper Elite 4 also got rated by the ESRB. Expect both of these titles here very, very soon. And if I had to guess, they could be pro games, but we'll see. Either way, these are solid additions to the Stadia library. Changing gears though, away from the games, it looks as though Safari added an update that allows the recognition for the Stadia controller on its browser with the latest update. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that Stadia will be on iOS devices through Safari anytime soon, but it's worth noting that Amazon's Luna will be running through iOS devices on day one of their launch, and getting by those Apple restrictions by just running natively through the Safari app. No word on possibly if this is happening with Stadia, and I fully admit to you guys, I'm out of my element in trying to understand how anything works with iOS, since I'm not an iOS user, but seeing this update is only a good thing for the hopes of seeing Stadia on iOS devices here sooner rather than later, and I'm hoping that this is just more steps on seeing that dream come here very soon. Alright, moving on. So we have a Founders Hub that has been established for Stadia founders. Essentially a forum where if you're a founder, you can come and talk directly to Stadia reps and give your feedback on whatever it is that you want to give your feedback on. Maybe you want to tell them they're doing a great job, or you want to air your grievances, or you want to help improve the platform by giving recommendations. This is only open for Stadia founders though. If you're a Premier Edition holder or someone who didn't get a Founders Edition, you're completely out of luck here. I won't really voice many opinions on this if I think this is cool or not, as I know some of you were pretty disappointed and some of you founders were really thrilled. On a personal level though, I do hope somehow we can continue to find channels where everyone's voice can be heard, because if you're someone who's using Stadia right now, in my opinion, and this is just mine, your voice is extremely important, even as new users who might have found Stadia just recently, because these are people who have had to fight a certain perception that aren't always true about Stadia to get on this platform and try it out. Again, I think it's important that the Stadia team does, even if it's just once in a while, try to get some feedback from the non-founders as well. This is cool if you're a founder of Stadia. It's good to see though Stadia wanting to take feedback and hoping to continue to improve this platform that we all love to use. So it is a negative for those who aren't founders, but in overall this is a positive thing because they are wanting to hear what we do have to say. But let me know if you guys have any thoughts on this. I'm sure some of you guys do. All right, and the last thing that I wanted to go over is games that were recently announced this past Friday from Stadia. We got 3 new games headed our way, one coming in a few weeks, starting with Cake Bash. This is a party game that is completely brand new and dropping on October 15th from the same makers who brought us Get Packed. It's a 4-player co-op game right in time for the holidays. It looks really neat. The next title that we have here is another code sync game in Fogs, where you play as Jazzy and Ash, 2 dogs linked together, solving puzzles in a pretty colorful world. The game definitely screams family friendly, and something that in my opinion we need to continue to see more games of, and that is just family friendly games and playable by the little ones, because I'm personally happy to see this, as now my nieces and nephews will have a game to play that I can feel safe that they're playing and that I won't get in trouble for. And last but certainly not least, here is a game that I am looking forward to in Ari and the Secret of Seasons. Here you take control of the seasons and you use them to solve puzzles, defeat enemies, and discover a big world. Now the game does give me some Zelda vibes. The gameplay looks solid, but I have to say guys, I'm noticing reviews so far of this game have not been kind, and the reason for that primarily seems to be because there is a ton of bugs and things that are making the game almost unplayable in certain elements. So I'm hoping that this gets really cleaned up by the time it releases on Stadia, and like you guys know, I'm going to keep you guys updated. I'll play it and I'll make sure those kinks are out and make sure that you guys aren't spending your money on a game that might still be getting bugs and things fixed. I will keep you guys updated, as the reviews have not looked good so far. But alright, let me know your thoughts on any of today's Stadia news. We are on the cusp now of an insane amount of titles headed our way, and we're talking AAA titles. So far though, I have to say the month of September did not disappoint. I fully expect to see October and the months ahead really contributing to bringing more of the same good stuff. So let me know what you guys think about the Rainbow Six Siege news or any of the other news in today's video. Subscribe if you guys haven't already for more videos like this. Hit that like button. I'm Sunny, and I'll see you guys in the cloud.